Hello all, I am Sumant Palepu, a verbal trainer at Conjura. In this video, I am going to deal with the fourth method of learning words. This is what I term as mental marks technique. As a student, for me the greatest fear of learning words has never been knowing or not knowing a word as much as remembering words, the words which I have learnt earlier. My greatest challenge always has been to remember thousands and thousands of words required for competitive exams. In this video, I am going to deal with that technique which will help you to remember those words. The technique, once again, I repeat, is termed as mental marks technique. Why did I term this technique as a mental marks technique? Because it is very similar to the bookmarks which we use while reading books. Now, when reading books, if at all we stop at a particular page, in order to come back to the same page, we use a bookmark. This technique will also help us to come back to the same word with understanding and remembering that meaning by using these mental marks. What I'm going to do in this lesson is to expose you to 5 to 6 different words. Check out how do we create mental marks for each of these words. As a result, remember these words. All set? Then let's get started. The first word we're going to deal is a complex word, assiduous. Now this word assiduous means a hardworking person. There are multiple ways to remember this word, but understand if when you are learning this word, one of the assumptions I'm making is you are being exposed to the meaning of the word. This method is going to help you to remember the words, just not to know the meaning, but to remember the words. So if you look at this word assiduous, the word means hardworking. So always as a student, I need to ask myself, next time when I come back to this word, how do I remember this word? So how do I remember this word? Connect hardworking to some mark in this word which will help you to remember that this word means hardworking. Now check out how do I do that. The word assiduous has the word ass in it, A-S-S. If you remember this animal ass, it means a donkey. The minute you remember donkey, what is the first characteristic of a donkey which strikes your mind? Yes, it's a hard-working animal. So how do I remember this word? I would remember this word by creating a mark called as ass, which immediately tells me the meaning of the word is to do something with hardworking. An assiduous person is a hardworking person. Just understand what I did right now. I've taken this word assiduous. I understood the meaning of this word to be hardworking. And my job is to ensure that next time when I come back to this word, I remember the word, I remember the meaning as hardworking. So what did I do? I went into the word, I checked out a part of that word which reminds me hardworking, a mental mark, a bookmark I created for this word. As a result, I've seen this part as which indicates hardworking, so I connected the meaning and the word. So assiduous means hardworking. Let me take another example, the word allay. This word allay means to calm down, is to reduce somebody's tension or fear. Now once again we got to know the meaning, but next time when you come back to this word allay, how do we remember this word? So I'm creating a small story which will act like a mark around this word. I did remember a television ad where Saif Ali Khan and his friends were watching India-Pakistan cricket match. The minute it's an India-Pakistan cricket match, there's a lot of tension involved. So all his friends were tensed and watching the match in a very tense manner. So Saif Ali Khan goes to them, opens a lace packet, gives them and says, lace kha jao, tension bhul jao. So if you can put an extra S after that lace, if you look at that word, it has a lace in it. Remember the word through lace. The minute that you remember the word through lace, this television ad comes to your mind and immediately you will connect that the word is to reduce tension or fear. So allay is to reduce tension or fear. When you're trying to allay a person's worries, you're trying to reduce their tension. Alright, now that we've understood this technique, let's get into a little more tougher words, deeper words. Let us look at another word which is abnegation. This word abnegation is to give up or to cancel. As soon as you look at this word, I'm sure by now you've understood how to identify that cancel or give up meaning in this word. If you would have identified negation, fantastic, you're on the right track. The best way to remember this word is the word in negation built inside this word. Now, what does the word negation mean? If you understand negation in mathematics, it means to cancel. So, the word abnegation is to cancel a word or cancel a promise or to give up on a promise. End of the day, you are cancelling something. So, once again, you're trying to create a mental mark around the word negation to remember this word abnegation. Brilliant. Then let me summarize this entire discussion by giving you 3 words, 3 complex and important words for you to understand how do we go about this method. And the three words I'm going to discuss right now are the word enervate, the word emasculate, and the word emancipate. They look confusing, they look complex, but at the end of the day, we're going to use a similar method to learn all these three words. Let me start off with the word enervate. Once again, one of the methods we would have been discussing earlier as well is to break and learn the word. So the first step I'm going to do is to break this word enervate into two parts. The part which I know, the part where I'm creating a mental mark. The part of the word which I know is the prefix E, which means out. The part where I'm creating a mental mark is the part nervate, which has the word nerve in it. The word nerve means energy. If you look at human nervous system, energy is pumped inside our nervous system. So the word nerve could be associated with energy. Now E is out. So what am I taking out? I'm taking out energy. If I take out energy, what will happen to you? You will become weak. So the word enervate is to weaken someone. Now how did I remember this word? Once again, by associating a mark around the word nerve, which talks about energy. So I'm telling that I have taken energy out, as a result made somebody weak. So the word enervate is to weaken someone. Similarly, look at the next word, emasculate. Once again, break the word into two parts, E and muscular. The second part sounds like muscular. Once again, the word muscular means strong. E is out. So what am I taking out? I'm taking out the strength. If I take out strength, what happens to a person? They become weak. So the word emasculate also is to weaken someone. Again, I've created a mental mark around the word musculate, which I remember it as muscle or muscular. The third word is emancipate. Now, one of the common phrases we keep hearing is women empowerment, women emancipation. The word empowerment is an easier word to remember because it has the word power in it. So you are giving power to women, making her powerful. That is what is the word women empowerment meant. Now, if you look at this word emancipation, once again, I try to create a mental mark. And how do I do that? Look at this word carefully. The word E again means out. The word emancipate has a man in it. So what am I taking out? I'm taking out man from women. If I take man from women, what is the first feeling a woman gets? More on a funny term. I'm sure the women watching this video would immediately jump and say the first thing we would get is freedom. Yes. The word emancipate means freedom. This word is not only used with man or woman moving away from each other. I can emancipate a prisoner on August 15th as well. But end of the day, how do I remember this word? I remember this word by creating an interesting story, an interesting mark around that word man, connecting it with women and freedom. So what have we done with this word now? We have taken this word emancipate, and we have understood a commonly used phrase, women emancipation. Try to create a mark by connecting man and women and the fact that you're taking out a man from woman or a woman from man, as a result providing freedom. Yes, this is purely on a funnier term of learning this word, but end of the day, a very effective way of learning this word. So friends, what did we do so far? We have picked up a word, learned the meaning of the word, and then we have created a tag, what I call as a mental mark around that word to remember the meaning of that word. So in short, we have connected the meaning of the word to some kind of a point or a tag or a mark inside that word, which will help us remember that word next time when we come back. Always ask yourself a simple question. Next time when I come back to this word, how do I remember this word? That should always propel you to learn that word and remember that word. And try creating some kind of a mark. The funnier the mark, of course, the easier you're going to remember that word. So keep creating those marks, and in sense, I'm sure you're going to learn a lot of words in this way. As a result, you're just not going to learn. Learning is going to be fun as well. Because at the end of the day, you're only becoming creative in learning words, and creativity always is fun. Thanks a lot.